If you're interested in comic book conservation, please join us on Facebook at the Comic Book Conservation Community, where we have a gathering of experts in the industry, and you can ask all of your questions that you need to know about what you need to do to conserve and preserve these beautiful works of art. Please join Dr. Paul from Liberty Hill Comics, Phantom Phil from Phantom Restorations, and myself, Captain Larry from Flying Owl Comics, every Sunday night on YouTube at 8:35 p.m. Eastern. We talk about everything comic conservation and what's happening in the market. So please come join us. You can find us at Liberty Hill Comics on YouTube and Flying Owl Comics on YouTube. Okay, so moving on to the interior of our Beware, we need to remove the staples, and as you can see, the coloring on the paper is significantly yellow. That is a sign that there's a lot of acidity in here. So what we want to do is separate all the wraps. We're going to de-acidify them and then reassemble the book. So I'll go here to the center section here. What we want to do is take out these staples. So I'm going to use a spatula here, and we're just going to slide it under here to lift these up again, not to 90 degrees, maybe 80 degrees. That way we keep from doing any significant damage to the other wraps. So I have that. So now let's do is, you've seen me do this before, we push one leg through and then we just rotate the staple up, turn it 90 degrees, and then we just continue rotating this staple out till it's free. That way we don't destroy any subsequent paper underneath. Now, looking at this staple, it's got a couple of bends to it. Now, we had talked about overbending these corners. You can see right here, there's a shiny part followed by a little bit of rusty patina. So what we need to do is straighten this leg out and before we reinsert everything. So I'm going to go ahead and set this aside. And we'll get this bottom one. And this bottom one's a little bit strange. It looks like the machine actually used a different curve to it. Let's see if I can lift an edge of this because it's got a strange bend to it. Yeah, it's got this little bowed ball. I don't know what else to call it. So I just need to get enough of a lift in here so I can rotate it. There we go. Let's just get this one through in the same method, and we'll take a look at this staple. All right, so same deal. So you see right along here, we do have some rusted metal. The patina is still good. I think what we'll probably do is we'll treat this rust chemically to remove it before we reinsert it, and we'll make sure these legs and this back are okay. It looks much better than the other staple. Here, let's go ahead and compare the two. See, this one's nice and clean on the inside, but this one's got this corner right here is signs of manipulation, and that was probably on me. I tried not to overdo it, but I may have just done a little too far, but we'll get it straightened out. So now let's take a look at these wraps. The wraps when I was looking at them earlier, really appear to be in fairly decent shape. They're just very acidic. Now, one thing when you clean these wraps and when we wash them, once they get wet, they have a very pungent, unpleasant smell. Usually that's from the acids. but we rinse that all away. So far this looks pretty good. I don't see any tears. So this is just, for these wraps, it's just going to be a simple de-acidification. I don't see any tear repairs that need to be made, but the center wrap is always the problematic one. So we want to see here is if there's any blowouts, and there is. So you can see right here. So we're going to have to do a repair on these staple holes. We'll have to reinforce it from the back side. But that'll be the only repair. The rest of these wraps look pretty good. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and de-acidify these. You've seen me do this probably a million times before in my other videos, so I'm not going to bore you with it. So when we come back, we'll have nice, dry, clean wraps. Okay, so looking at our Beware, it's all back together as we did the leaf casting and everything, but we did lose a significant portion of the ink off the front of the cover. This is a conserved book, however, it's going to be classified as over-cleaned. So I expect this to come back as a purple label, and it's really in bad shape. So I'm thinking it's going to be about a 2. So I don't know if we did any favors to this book other than preserving it. It's back together. The interior part, it's all been de-acidified and cleaned. It's ready for reassembly. The colors are great. The cover is the only thing that looks terrible, but we did what we could. And so we'll go ahead and put this back together and put it in the press one last time and send it off. Well, I was expecting a 2.0 restored purple label, but instead it came back as a 3.0 conserved label. So that was actually very pleasing. Conservation includes leaf casting to the interior and cover clean, interior light. If you liked today's video, please remember, like and subscribe. It really helps the channel and gets more views out there. And it really helps me to get some of these projects out to you and show you how things are done. Thanks a lot. We'll see you next time.